Test. Can you hear me, brother? So, are we good to go?
Yes, brother. Good to go.
We are going live in 3, 2, 1.
A loving Sairam to all our viewers watching our video right now. Today is another round of Sai series with our very special guest, Brother Varma. Sairam, brother.
Sairam. Thank you so much for having me here today. I have to say I feel very honored and humbled to be invited.
It is our pleasure, brother. Sai series is a special initiative to interview people and hear stories on our Bhagawan's divine miracles. And I understand that you have been a Sai devotee for many years.
Yes, brother.
I am sure that you have something to share with us or heard stories that can be shared too.
Yes. In fact, when you actually called me, I was very alarmed, but I came here on the show today to take a very different purpose. You see, I would like to take this very blessed opportunity to share a very touching story that has moved me. And not only to you, brother, and your friends over there, but to everyone who's watching this interview live right now.
Indeed, brother. We are all eager to hear the story.
Now, before I start, I would like to offer my humble salutations to Bhagawan Baba. There was once a boy called Aditya who was born to a typical middle-class family in the heart of the city. You see, Aditya was a very loving boy who brought light and laughter into his parents' lives. However, a cruel twist in the tale awaited them. A twist that they did not anticipate in their wildest dreams.
Ma, Pa, Ma.
Adi? Are you okay, Adi?
Pa, it is paining, Pa. Please do something.
Don't worry, Aditya. I will take you to the hospital tomorrow. Have you eaten? Kanaga, bring food for Adi. Wait.
Here, Adi. At least eat something.
Yeah.
No, Pa. I can't eat.
Let's take him to the hospital immediately. I can't bear to see our son like this.
Are you Aditya's parents? Yes, doctor. We are his parents. Is my Aditya alright? What is wrong with him?
I'm sorry to say, but your son is diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. In short, we call it ALL.
ALL? Doctor, I'm confused. What is it actually?
You see, ALL is a kind of blood cancer, and Aditya is in a very critical stage that his survival rate is only 30%.
Doctor, there is still 30% chance, right? Then please save my son, doctor.
What did our poor Aditya do to receive such a big punishment? He is just a young boy.
We as doctors are only stating the medical terms. And there's another thing you need to know. This 30% survival chance is only for the next 5 years.
Doctor, isn't there anything can be done? Is there anywhere in the world we can bring him to treat him? He's our only son, doctor, so I will do anything to save him. So please, doctor.
I understand what you're going through, but we can't really help him at this stage. I'm sorry. Yes? Come in. Yeah, come have a seat. It has been 3 days, but there don't seem to be any kind of improvement. I think it's best you take your son home.
Doctor, for how long can you promise me that Aditya will be 100% alive?
Well, we never use the term 100% in such cases. But to answer your question, we can say only a few weeks.
Doctor, this is not fair, doctor. My son doesn't deserve this at all. This is really not fair, doctor.
I understand, but let's just hope for the best.
He wanted to clear his mind and try to think his way out of the problem that now confronted him. How to simply wait and watch whether his little son would battle a cancer with some medications. While walking and contemplating to himself for a solution, he crossed by a Sai center. Strangely attracted by the bhajan singing, he decided to enter the center since he heard about a God incarnate man.
भगत वत्सल तेरो नाम साई.
With a heavy heart, he shared the tragedy of his life with them.
दुख भंजन तेरो नाम साई. शांति शांति शांति. ओम साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्. ओम साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्.
Salam, brother. I've not seen you in the center before. Is this your first time here?
Hello, brother. Nice to meet you. Sorry, brother. What is Salam?
Salam is the way we greet one another, brother. When greeting someone with Salam, we think of it as not just greeting their worldly body, but rather the Sai that is within all of us. You can actually replace the word Salam with any God's name, because end of the day it is the thought and feeling that matters. So we chose the word Salam because it has the universal appeal as a mantra to all of us.
Oh, thank you so much, brother. Very, very beautiful bhajan, sir. It kept my mind floating for some moments.
Thank you so much, brother. But we can't take the credit. It's all Swami's blessings. We are just his instruments. But brother, if you don't mind, can I say something, brother? You look a bit disturbed. Is everything okay?
Yes, brother. It's about my son.
With a heavy heart, he shared the tragedy of his life with them.
I'm so sorry to hear about this. How about this, brother? Let's do a small prayer session for him. We pray that Swami showers his blessings on him and also your whole family. Is that okay with you? Salam, brothers, please join us for a short prayer session, brothers.
Once the prayers were over, one of the members decided to take the rose garland that had been placed at the picture of Swami's feet, together with some packets of vibhuti.
Here, brother, take this and give it to your son. Don't worry, brother. Everything will be fine. Just pray to Swami and ask him to shower his blessings on your son and your family.
Thank you so much, brother. It really means to me. Salam.
The father took the rose garland and the packets of vibhuti and walked back to the hospital. He simply placed the garland on Varma and applied the vibhuti on him and then resigned to fate.
Sir, can I see you for a moment?
Sure.
I think it's best you take your son home. There's really not much any improvement here.
Doctor, we are helpless. You are our only hope. So please save my son, doctor.
I'm sorry, but That's the best we can really do now.
I don't know, when I came in, see this, his bed was full of blood. Let me check that. Wait, blood don't seem to be from Aditya's body. Oh my, the rose is bleeding? That's really strange. I've told you, please take your son home. I've already told you. Doctor?
Ma! Pa!
Adi? Adi, what happened, Adi?
Ma! Pa! I feel different. Can you see?
Oh my, is this my Adi? Well, look at you.
Oh my god, Adi! What did you do, Aya?
I did not do anything. I just woke up and I feel so energized.
I am so happy, my dear, to see you like this.
You know something, Appa? I had a strange dream last night.
Dream? What dream, Aya?
I saw a man with an orange robe. He was in a flying helicopter. He was waving at everyone. And I was one of them.
Oh my. This is something beyond magic. I can't believe this.
But wait, why do you say so?
Remember, I told you about the science center I went? Yeah, one of the devotees there called me today morning and inquired about Burma's condition. He also told me that Bhagawan Baba had given darshan to his devotees in a helicopter today.
Oh my, this is a miracle. I'm pretty sure he must be looking after our son.
Who is this Baba, Ma?
I will tell you shortly, Varma. Yes, all of this thing happened after I put the rose currant on him together with the vibhuti.
I think from now onwards, we should just give him the vibhuti. Let's leave it to Bhagawan Baba. He knows what to do.
I feel so relieved now. He is there with us.
Aditya's parents seem thrilled and a sense of relief have dawned on them. They know that Bhagawan Baba is looking after their son. Then one day, Aditya's father himself had a dream in which Swami came walking to him and told him to come to Puttaparthi to meet him. Within a couple of weeks after the dream, he landed in the hamlet of Puttaparthi. It was a difficult and long journey, no doubt, but the father had been simply compelled to undertake the same. He had no idea when he would be returning home. In fact, he had no idea of what he wanted to do at Prashanti Nilayam. Suddenly, Swami called him for an interview. He got up, followed, and sat with a group of people who had been accorded the same privilege while waiting for Swami to arrive. Before Swami could start the interview with the group, he pointed his finger to Aditya's father and said to everyone,
You see that man? His son suffered from cancer, but I am his doctor and I cured him completely.
The already emotional father started crying shamelessly in the presence of a person whom he thought he was meeting for the first time. This interview revealed otherwise. Swami was all loving and consoling. One by one, Swami revealed all the different problems that he was facing, and Swami assured him that he was aware of everything.
How's the little one? Swami, the doctor says that he will die in 5 years. He is very ill.
Everything will be fine. Your son is cured, so don't worry.
Swami waved his palm across the air and created some grey, fluffy, fragrant ash, vibhuti, and gave it to the father to give to the child.
Give this to your son. What's in the back of the pocket? Give it to me. I know you have written all your problems in it. Give it to me.
Swami, how do you know?
Just give me the letter and you read.
The stunned father simply handed over to Swami the letter that now seemed totally redundant. Swami had already answered everything that he had listed in it. Handing over the letter, the father took namaskar. The interview was then over. He walked out of the interview room and later returned home to his family. The experience in Prashanti have strengthened the father, and through him, the affected family too. Aditya seemed to suddenly go down in his health. A second visit to the hospital became necessary. The doctor was no longer positive about a cure. In fact, it seemed as if Aditya had appeared to heal but had deteriorated. He was diagnosed with the same acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Only this time, the report also stated with confirmation that he suffered from hallucinations as well. Medically, anti-leukemic therapy was strongly recommended by the doctors, and the parents were told that there was nothing else that can be done by the hospital. Aditya was also told to prepare for the suffering of fighting a battle against cancer. That was when the strength that Swami had injected in Prashanti came in handy. Having seen that it was their faith in the grace of Bhagawan Baba that gave them relief and hope, the parents decided that they had enough of the medical recommendations.
What happened to that boy? Did he survive?
You are underestimating Swami here, brother. And yes, to answer your question, he did survive with Swami's grace. And he was also on this vibhuti medication for several months. Now, the final medical report did came in, which the doctor stated that Aditya was hale and hearty despite being off the cancer treatment for several years. But you know, the parents did not need that certification anyway. Why? Because they had Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba by their side. Well, it's been 20 years since that incident ever happened. I mean, to think about how a sickly and dying little boy would grow into a healthy and fine man. And do you want to know something, brother? It was me I am that little boy who survived that cancer. My name is Varma. Aditya Varma.
Oh my God, brother. This is truly a shocking experience. I am so blessed to be listening this from the person who survived cancer.
And with this experience, Swami has a very clear message for all of us here and whoever who's watching this. You see, with Swami by our side, no event or episode in life ever feels like a terrible one. You see, surrendering doesn't mean giving up. It's giving unto. We give unto the Lord our problems and ask Him to solve, because we are nothing but His creation. And wouldn't the Creator care for His creation? So let this be a learning lesson for all of us here. Let us surrender to the Lord. Let us not leave His lotus feet. Whether they are domestic problems, medical problems, academic problems, spiritual, financial, or any other problem, we need to realize that He is an all-rounder protector Himself. Now, things may seem bitter, but in the hands of the Divine, it all turns sweet. So let us not doubt Bhagawan for any other reason at all. He hears our prayers and our cries. He will come to us with full of faith. And again, it may happen now or later in life, because Swami knows well, and He will never let go of your hand. And that is Swami's magic.